welcome back to the Sweet Science of Fighting Underground. We are going to start another breakdown. Mikey, Musumeci, Cleber, Sousa. I believe this was a couple years ago, yeah, we'll start. If you haven't yet, click the link in the description where you can get access to all the strength and conditioning programs, and you can also submit your own footage to be broken down. So let's get started here. I'm going to say this is going to be moving pretty fast paced. Yeah. So Mikey always kind of sits to the guard, at least around this time. I've been seeing him do a little more wrestling lately. But he is sitting to the guard here. So being very retracted, inverting. So this is really moving fast, just kind of trying to speed around the guard. Not such a great strategy here. So, boom. Okay, so real quick, I just want to say something about what just happened, that whole sequence. First off, trying to use speed to kind of pass through, especially someone with as advanced a guard as Mikey's guard. I mean, it's a 9 out of 10. You're probably not going to pass trying to use speed. Now, you can use speed and technique and all these things. And I'm not saying that Sousa doesn't have technique. Of course he does. But Mikey has a very high level guard. So, and obviously, a very high level understanding of leg locks. And so those two things in combination are very dangerous, especially when you're trying to stand and pass, stand and move really fast and run around the legs. And you can obviously see here, that even though he's moving around and making Mikey work a lot, which is actually a good thing, standing, you leave your, standing up and kind of being in the guard, Mikey has a lot of opportunity to actually start to get into a leg entanglement. So that's what happened here. It's not the end of the world. So let's just see but now he has a hold of the leg, and you can see Mikey, he's very, the more I watch his stuff, like once he gets a hold of something, he's very tenacious. He doesn't let it go. He'll hold on to it like the entire match almost. He has a hard time letting go of things. So now Sousa exploded out and did a running man and got out of that, so that was great. So let's see his approach here again. Again, Mikey's reaching for the leg. Sousa just does the running man, runs out. He's controlling the feet now, so this is good, keeping his legs away. This is a very good way to start to try to pass this guard. Other issue he's going to run into is obviously the top leg here. The top leg and Mikey's top arm here are going to be the framing and the resetting of the guard. And so he's doing a good job controlling this bottom leg here. And the problem is you only got two hands. So, Mikey can, obviously he's very flexible as well. So he's going to be always throwing that top leg in Sousa's face. But Sousa's doing a good job here controlling the feet, keeping his legs away and running around, trying to control the leg. This is great. Mikey was able to pull himself back through because of that top leg. And now he's trying to get and slide under Sousa's legs. So anytime Sousa starts to get through and tries to step in, you're going to see Mikey slide his hips into those legs. Mikey really needs an attachment here. He's trying to get a hold of something. Right there. Okay. So now he has an underhook on this leg. So let's keep a lookout for this right arm. See what he can produce there. There's the left leg trying to pop over. Sousa does a good job of stopping that leg from. So this is very good. So Sousa's doing a good job here, blocking this leg, so that this leg can't obviously throw over to the backside. If it were to throw over to the backside, he'd be in big trouble. So, but he's controlling that leg, so that's good. Fall back. He's trying to run to free his knee line. His knee line's still good. As long as Mikey doesn't pull him back in or try to extend his legs to pull him back in. Yeah, Mikey will hold on to stuff. He's grabbing, trying to hold that connection. Cleber just pushing the leg out, kicking the leg to get extension to free the leg here. Kicking at the hands, kicking at the face there, which is good strategy. Good. So he got out. So that was good. That was impressive. So he escaped the leg entanglement. All right, so now he's changing his level. He's standing again, trying to run around. Trying to get a hold of the feet here. All right, going to try to jump. We'll do a little cartwheel over. I was about to say, anytime somebody tries to jump around the guard like this, you're kind of giving an underhook to that leg. And if somebody has a good guard and they're flexible, again, they're going to throw that leg over, and now they have an underhook on the leg with the leg threading over top. which is what we're seeing right here. So now this can be a problem, but we'll see what the sequence is here, because you can see Cleber's actually trying to push the leg off there, trying to open the legs. There's the opening of the legs. He's controlling the feet, doing exactly what he should be doing there, controlling the feet, trying to pull away. They're trying to go for a counter leg lock. This is impressive. So let go. He's just hugging the leg. This is a very, very good technique. I think this is the one thing we could actually learn from this video that's actually extremely useful, especially with leg locks, modern leg locks nowadays, that everybody has a pretty good understanding of how to defend them for the most part. They're not just, you're not heel hooking everybody at will anymore. So when more advanced, you'll watch that what Mikey does a little different from a lot of other guys that I watch is he just hugs the leg. He doesn't really care about his legs, where his legs are going to land yet. His legs obviously need to be involved, but he really just holds onto the leg. If he can stay connected to the leg, then his legs can start to thread through and pummel and do all kinds of things and end up in some sort of leg position. There's 9 leg positions for the most part when you're playing with leg locks, and threading your legs over, into reaping positions, you're gonna find some sort of entanglement that you can actually start to get connection with your own legs. So this is what he does though first, is he actually hugs the leg with both his arms so that you can't escape the foot. And that's actually critical here, instead of just trying to go for a heel hook or something. So he's trying to get connection and hold on. So now he has good connection. Now he'll go for the heel hook. So you saw that he had good connection with his arms. He was controlling it. His legs got into like a more honey hole position to where the reaping of the leg was happening. And then he went for a heel hook. As soon as he went for a heel hook, Cleber spins really fast before he can connect with the heel. And you see that he freed his knee line here. Cleber did a good job freeing his knee line. So we got ahead of the spin. Now Mikey will go for the back. So remember, when somebody is, just real quick, understand when you are doing your leg locks, a lot of the escapes, when people are escaping like this, which is very common, they're turning away. So we have a general rule that if you are attacking the legs, you should always be looking to attack the back. So you'll see that a lot, especially in Mikey's matches here. Okay, so we're going to try and go for a double under there, kind of a classic. Got an underhook, so Cleber has an underhook on the top leg, which is a different strategy. All right, so now we have controlling of the feet again. He's trying to do a double under again. Mikey trying to swim over, and then we walk away. Okay, he's controlling the feet, trying to dive through. Okay, so now we're good. He got double under, so we'll see it. But see, here's the problem. He's got a double under, but now Mikey's threaded his arm here, so this is going to be dangerous territory. This is a very good counter actually to the double unders where you don't see it. Double unders obviously are still used, and you'll see them here and there, used in conjunction with other moves. But this is actually a very good counter. When people started doing this counter many, many years ago, you kind of stopped seeing the double under so prevalent. It doesn't mean that it's not good anymore. It just means there's a pretty decent counter to it now, which is this right here, which can end up in arm bars, Troy bars. So Sousa decides to stand up, pick him up. And doing so, when he starts to stand up, pick him up, he's going to run into a bit of a leg entanglement here. If he's not careful, Mikey could drop here and grab the leg. So we'll see what Mikey decides to do. If he tries to stay with the arm or he decides to go for the leg. Rips out. Beautiful. Yep. So just trying to jump over. Every time he jumps over, he gets entangled in the legs. And this is because he's just kind of wildly jumping over, thinking he's going to pass the guard. But Mikey's pretty flexible here. He's going to always have that leg to thread back over top. If Mikey gets a leg between the legs, Sousa's legs, Mikey's legs are going to be entangling his legs. So this is going to be a problem. So now you can see that top leg is between the legs here. So now Mikey has more connection, and he has an underhook on the leg. Boom. So you have a thread over here, so you're in honey hole position with your legs. He's got the leather leg posted here in a figure 4 position, or almost a figure 4 position it seems like, but doesn't really need it. It just has a thread over. And then now he's got an underhook on this leg. And of course, Cleber here is covering the main leg here that Mikey would want to go for a heel hook. So now we're into a belly down type of heel hook position. This is one of the worst positions you can technically be in. with honey hole position is when the person actually goes belly down and you're stuck on your butt here. It's not the hardest. I mean, it's not an impossible position to get out of, but it's actually very difficult. We'll see how Cleber handles this here. You can see Mikey just sitting there trying to dig the legs. So you see Cleber just kind of turns to his belly down, and he has to keep himself posted up. So he really has no way of dealing with this currently because his hands are supporting his, he can't use his hands to do anything. So he can't really hang out here for too long because you can clearly see Mikey has a honey hole position, a backside honey hole position now, and he still has control of the feet here. So he's probably waiting for Mikey to actually go for a submission before he explodes. So now we're in a backside honey hole. We'll see if he can break through that, which he did. Beautiful. Freeing the knee line, pushing the foot down, spinning through, foot in the butt, pushing off the foot in the butt. Mikey's just holding onto that leg. Even though the leg is gone through the knee line, he's still holding onto the leg to see if he can recover the leg. And now you can see his honey hole leg is now going into like a compression that he'll use to stay connected and attack the other leg. This is actually a strategy I actually use quite a bit. So now I kicked them off and they're reset. So good exchange. Again, Mikey hooks that leg again. So you can see he always tries to connect with the arms first, and then he starts to thread the legs over. There's the legs, the knee retracted, top leg's coming over. And again, this is a battle. This is a very good battle. Cleber's very aware of how to defend these leg locks. He's separating the legs, he's freeing his knee line, and he's controlling the feet. It's a beautiful way to do it with some explosion. So now he's actually asked him to come to the center of the ring, which is nice, so they won't be up against the cage. So he passed through. Again, he tried to jump through and almost got a leg caught again. Okay, get a hold of the neck. That's good. So you can actually close in position. Kind of high stepping out of entanglements, walking away. Controlling the feet first. There we go. That was a good pass attempt. He's almost passed. Not quite. Gotta be careful with that underhook. Mikey has an underhook on his arm. Could go into a Choi bar type position. And Sousa just rips out of that. Frees his knee line. He's kicking to get his leg out. Got his leg out. Good. Running to pass through. Again, you see every time he runs to pass through, he gives that leg up, and then he has to abandon to kind of reset. Goes through again. There's the leg. Switching over to almost a triangle, going to a Choi bar. There's the Choi bar right there, and now Sousa has to step over to avoid the arm bar. But the arm bar is pretty deep here. Mikey's not letting go. So the elbow's out. Now he's transferred to the leg. He let go of the leg. No, he's not letting go of the leg. He's grabbing the other leg. There we go. Now we're into a false reap position. So Mikey's in a false reap position. He's got the top arm thread under. He's got the top leg threading over. So now you're going to probably see some inversion here, or an attempt to invert on Mikey's part here. And again, Cleber's doing a good job trying to peel that leg off. You see Mikey started to invert. He lost the false reap, and now we reset again. Shooting for the feet. Again, diving back into the guard there, looking for, got an over-under pass. Again, going into that Choi bar once again. You know, when he leaves his arms out there, he's leaving this Mikey to get an underhook on the arm, which leads into the Choi bar. Now Mikey's grabbing the leg as well because he anticipates Sousa ripping his arm out, which he actually does. And now he's going to start to go into the leg entanglement because he has a hold of the leg. Boom, there's the leg. So his left leg goes over top. Now he's reaping the leg. Oh, he tried to switch his grip and he lost it. There we go. Back into controlling inside position. Good. Cleber keeps his legs back while he's down low, trying to pass low now. Controlling the feet. So put more pressure through, trying to do like a little bit of knee cut there. But again, he leaves his leg open for the underhook. So the underhook is going. Mikey throws the leg over. He's trying to spin through the backside to get like a more of a backside 50-50 position. Now this is kind of a problem because his legs are X'd here. He's going to drop him to the ground most likely. But that knee, and again, Mikey's not. Notice he's not going for the leg lock here. He's just trying to hold the position, hold control of the position. So Cleber's fine here. As long as he keeps that weight on that leg, he's fine. Mikey needs to get him extended and get his knees on the mat. And you can see his knee line's out right here, so he's still okay. Exactly. I was going to say he could invert right there and then just go, but now he's going to have to play his guard, which we have not seen him do, which he's obviously not going to do. He's standing back up. All right, so we'll reset the position. So same things keeps happening over and over here. There hasn't really been too much offense as far as Cleber is concerned. This offense meaning attacking, getting into submissions. He's doing obviously a lot of attacking and trying to pass. All the attacks are coming from Mikey at this point. So again, he has the underhook. He's going into the Choi bar position. There's the leg, the left leg's going to try to thread through. Cleber rips out, tries to pass again. Now Mikey's back into the leg entanglement, trying to control the leg. He's in a double outside or he's trying to cross over, get a reap, but Cleber doing a good job pushing the feet down below his knee line. And as long as he controls those feet, it's going to be very difficult for Mikey to try to finish. He spins out. That's good. So trying to turn the corner for an over-under. Can't quite turn the corner. There's that underhook again. Watch this underhook right here. Lost it. Little cartwheel. Go into the leg. Another cartwheel. I mean, it just, like, honestly, I mean, it makes sense. He's putting on a lot of work. So, all right, so now we're on top to a sweep. I mean, Cleber was just doing a lot of movement there. I mean, I know his strategies, he's pushing the pace, and that's great. I don't know if it's just all the just keeping that quick explosive movement. Obviously that's a strategy as well. But clearly, I don't know. Clearly, I think Mikey won this one because it was just all attack after attack after attack after attack, and Cleber really could never actually pass the guard. So there we go. All right, very good. So, very good match. Some stuff we can learn from that. One of the things I always take away from these type of matches is, that pushing the pace and all that speed. And there's a lot of technique there, obviously, as well. But somebody with a good guard and really good understanding of leg locks, let alone wrestling up and all that stuff. Man, it's just tough, especially when they're flexible on top of everything. That's a really tough guard to get around. And just the way Mikey actually hugs onto things. So he'll hug onto things and then look to entangle his legs after the fact. So his initial bite is to get an underhook on a leg or get an underhook on an arm, and then he fights with his legs. And you can see Cleber did a really good job of recognizing, okay, so he's biting the leg. He gets a bite on the leg with his arms. But then if I control the feet, I keep control of the feet, then he can't actually get to a finish. I can explode out or rip my leg out or go to running position or free my knee line or keep my leg heavy, separate the legs. All these things are very useful to counter that. And it clearly worked because they went the whole match. So, all right, that'll be it. And this is a good one. We'll do another one soon. All right, thanks.